my people some freedom. I see the beat. What up to my academics?
You were connected with Minister Society. We don't really want to go into what happened with your role in Minister Society right now, because this is not a Minister. So we're not promoting Minister Society.
Nah, but I beat up the directors to Minister Society. Let me tell the whole world.
All right, tell them how you did with
these
that.
chumps, punk, slump, you know what I'm saying?
You'll have a chance to come here and rebuttal.
No, they won't. They better come now. Check this out. They fired me, but did it in a roundabout punk snitch way. So I caught them on the streets and beat they behinds. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I was a menace to the youth, brothers. And it ain't over. I still got more than chumps. Dr. Where would you set up?
So this is how I thank the motherfuckers for making the game.
I just want to say, Jazz, that as far as the remorse, I have a great deal of remorse. As far as I want you to treat me different, I don't want that. I just want the chance to make right from all the bad things that I got. You know, I got a lot of things against me. I got a lot of people that look up to me, and I don't want the last place for them to see me is in jail.
I guess it's now time for me to render the sentence. I obviously find that the defendant is a talented individual. However, this court believes that jail time is always warranted when you have a battery with some injury involved. The defendant will serve 15 days in the county jail.
I think the judge was fair. You know, I still don't feel like I got the decision that I wanted, but he was as fair as he could be. Really, to my homeboys, I mean, a fight is a fight, battery is battery. A 2.5-minute problem just cost me, 15 days in jail, and that was lenient.
15 days in jail. As a result of the sentence, he missed the March 22nd premiere of Above the Rim. As the summer arrived, at a time when Tupac least expected to meet someone who would become an anchor in the sea of uncertainty that lay ahead, he found himself in a special relationship with a young woman. The two met at a party at New York's nightclub, The Capitol, where Puffy was hosting a party around Father's Day. At the end of the evening, he bumped into her. A petite, 20-year-old, caramel-colored young woman in a corridor near the exit. "I know you're going through a rough time right now," she said, "but you do have some people out here who are supporting you. Just be careful of the people you have around you." Before Tupac got a chance to reply, the crowd pushed them apart. But the interaction left an impression. A month later, Tupac spotted the same woman at the Tunnel nightclub and walked up to her. All in one breath, he said, "You're the girl who had on a black dress and black boots." She couldn't believe he remembered her a month after their brief encounter. "I've been going to every club looking for you," said Tupac. She shrugged and laughed. "I find that hard to believe." "Dead serious," Tupac said. "What's your name?" "Keisha." After they danced for a few songs, Tupac bent over, picked up a flyer, tore off a corner, and wrote all his numbers down. "I'm taking you out tomorrow." "After work," Keisha replied. A New York native, Keisha was a camp counselor in the summer and a full-time student at John Jay College of Criminal Justice in the fall. "Well, what time do you get off work?" he asked. 6 o'clock. Keisha was doubtful that he'd call, but he did. He called me at 6 o'clock on the dot and said, "Hi, this is Tupac." And I was like, "What?" He asked her to meet him in the lobby of his hotel. "Okay," she said, "but I'm not coming down there to be around a bunch of people." Keisha threw on a pair of jeans, a white shirt, and a pair of sneakers. "I didn't want to dress provocative," she said. "I didn't want him to get the wrong impression of me." When she arrived, he had already picked the movie. "Forrest Gump?" Keisha asked. "Yeah," Tupac said. "I was supposed to read for the role of Bubba, but I didn't get a chance to, so I want to see what I missed." After the movie, they walked to a small, cozy Italian restaurant on 8th Avenue and 22nd Street. Keisha told him about her classes at John Jay College and about the kids she counseled at a summer day camp. He talked about his next album and gave her a preview of the song Temptations, rapping to her from across the table. They talked for hours. He confided in her that he was amazed by how much he'd achieved, that he couldn't believe he made $1 million already. He also talked about his legal problems, explaining that the lawsuits only started happening after he got his first record deal. Then he blurted out that he would probably die by the age of 25. "What are you talking about?" Keisha asked. "That's a horrible thing to say. My big mouth is going to get me in trouble. I know it." Tupac settled into the normalcy of this new relationship. He had found a girl who not only enjoyed her time working as a camp counselor, but who also spent much of her time studying for her college degree. Time with Keisha may have been a refreshing break from the entertainment industry, moments of calm in the whirlwind of fame. As the days went on, Tupac found himself enjoying his time with Keisha so much that the next time he visited his family in Atlanta, she flew back with him. During this trip, they went shopping for groceries and kicked back around the house for most of the day until it was time for him to leave for one of his performances. When they returned late that night, he stopped her at the front door. "Wait," he said. He picked her up and carried her through the doorway. "This is how I'm going to carry you over the threshold when we get married," he said. That night, Tupac's efforts to be romantic went horribly wrong. The candles he lit on the nightstand accidentally set his pillow on fire while he and Keisha slept. They woke up from the heat and scrambled in panic. Keisha ran out of the bedroom while Tupac doused the fire with a glass of soda. Later that night, he teased her for jumping out of the bed and leaving him in the room alone. "I can't believe you just left me by myself. You should have stayed with me," Tupac said. "The bed was on fire," she said, laughing. "Yeah, but we could have burned together," Tupac said. That summer he bought Keisha a ring and a puppy. The dog, a Cocker Spaniel, was to keep her company when he traveled, he said. The ring was a gesture that he wanted to marry her. He pulled out the red velvet ring box and put it in the puppy's mouth. Keisha took the box from the dog and opened it. She was speechless. It was an antique platinum ring, shaped like a crown that contained 42 sparkling diamonds. This was no proposal, no bended knee, just a simple directive from Tupac. "We're going to get married around your birthday." Keisha was both stunned and excited at the proposition. She recalls, "We met in June. He bought me the ring in September, and we were getting married in November." During those months, as Tupac continued to spend much of his time in the air, flying back and forth from Los Angeles to New York, the engaged couple tried to spend as much time together as they could. While in New York, Tupac traded in his hotel key and instead stayed with Keisha at her apartment. Some nights the two went to dinner or a movie or even a musical. One weekend, Tupac bought tickets for them to see one of his favorites, Les Miserables. "Not once, but twice," Keisha recalls. "I hated it. I was like, Tupac, you cannot be serious. Out of all the plays on Broadway, you want to take me to see this?" Tupac made no bones about his love for the show. "Yes, this is a powerful love story," he replied. Keisha was always surprised by the complex layers of his personality. Each time he opened his mouth, he surprised her with something new. Tupac spent mornings at Keisha's apartment in the bathroom, ever his office, scribbling in a notebook as the puppy nipped at his toes. when he emerged from his long writing sessions, sometimes he'd be greeted by Keisha making breakfast in the kitchen. He liked his eggs sunny side up, fried hard, with bacon and grits. For dinner, he liked to have barbecue chicken and macaroni and cheese. Some evenings as she prepared dinner, he would push her aside and say, "Okay, move out of the way, you've done enough. Let me finish." Tupac loved to cook, and since he'd become comfortable at Keisha's place, her kitchen became his laboratory. Their time together was a respite from the chaos of the outside world and the uncertainty in his life. They never talked about his television interviews or the media scandals. They never even discussed his court cases. Instead, they just kicked back on the couch, enjoying each other's company, dreaming about their future together. Some nights, as the Harlem air blew through the windows, Tupac was reminded of his childhood as they lay together in silence.
Tell me, baby, are you lonely? Don't wanna rush you, I can help you if you own it. Let me touch it for wrong, love, tell me. Cause I get caught up in the life I live as hell. See, I never thought I'd see the day when I would calm down. You ain't heard I've been on the clown and get around. That's my word, see you walking and you're looking good. Yes indeed, got a body like a sex fiend. You're killing me with your attitude to match. Don't be phony cause I hate it when you act like you don't know me, I've been stressing in the spotlight. I want the fame but the industry's a lot like a crap game, ain't no time for commitment. I got a